Ferrari works its magic on the already great 296 GTB. How special is this Speciale? The hottest version of the Ferrari 296 to date is exclusive enough that the 2-year production run was sold out even before the car was announced to the public. Ferrari's lips are sealed when asked just how many $475,364 Speciales it will build or the percentage that will land in the States, so even seeing one in the wild might be, well, special. For those unfamiliar with Ferrari's Special Series, allow us to recap the roster, each member of which is based on the entry-level mid-engine offering of the time. The 360 Challenge Stradale started the party. Then came the more tactical 430 Scuderia. Next was the 458 Speciale, the wail of its engine so pure that we could stream it on repeat. And most recently, there was the 488 Pista, with a manic twin-turbo V8 that pulled so hard, our hairlines never returned to home position. Those legends paved the way. Now it's the 296 GTB's turn. Well, increased downforce is a good starting point. The Speciale's nose now features a duct that flows air through the hood, yet the car retains a front trunk. Working with the ducts in the front fenders to relieve pressure, Ferrari has reduced the effects that varying ground clearance has on the aero during braking and large suspension compression events. There's also more air fed to the brakes and larger radiators. The Speciale's biggest visual distinguishers are in the back. Winglets have sprouted from its hips to improve airflow and add downforce. Between these gamma wings is an active rear flap with a new intermediate position when full downforce isn't required. When maximum squish is called upon, the flap rises 2.8 inches from the trailing edge in just 0.5 seconds. The underbody flows more air through the Special's larger rear diffuser, and the result is 959 pounds of downforce at 155 miles per hour, up roughly 310 pounds from the base 296 GTB. Sticking with the traditional ingredients of the Speciale sauce, the new 296 is substantially lighter. Pistons and titanium connecting rods from the multimillion-dollar F80 and a lighter crankshaft lop off nearly 5 pounds. Shaving off excess engine block material, using titanium fasteners and studs, and incorporating new insulation for the turbos remove over 9 pounds. Collectively, the Speciale's engine is nearly 20 pounds lighter. With the extensive use of carbon fiber throughout, the Speciale sheds 132 pounds altogether, according to Ferrari. How about that powertrain? Swapping in a V8 would be truly special, but those days have come and gone. The Speciale is motivated by the same twin-turbo 3.0-liter V6, here with the boost dialed up by 3 psi to pump out 691 horsepower and 557 pound-feet, gains of 37 ponies and 11 pound-feet. The axial flux motor sandwiched between the engine and 8-speed dual-clutch automatic Cs improved cooling to make 178 horsepower, 13 more than before. All in, the combined output rises to 869 horsepower in qualify and launch control modes. Around Ferrari's legendary Fiorano test track, the 296 Speciale proves its mettle. Using all 869 horsepower down the front straight, the car is an absolute rocket ship. Pulling on the big carbon fiber shift paddles summons instantaneous gear swaps, now quicker as Ferrari sends a jolt of energy to the clutch pack to torque fill. The carbon ceramic brakes effortlessly shed speed, using the same hardware but with a slightly larger pad and calibration specifically designed for the Speciale. Ferrari 296 Speciale is a lighter and mightier GTB. Turning the carbon fiber steering wheel reveals tremendous grip from the new F80, related Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 rubber, aided by a 0.2-degree camber increase all around. As a baseline, the Speciale is treated to 15% stiffer springs and firmer anti-roll bars. Track rats can opt for the Aceto Fiorano package, which brings Multimatic spool valve dampers and titanium springs. Through Fiorano's tightest corners, body roll simply is not a thing. Instead, there's just pure precision. As we work up through the less restrictive traction and stability control modes, it's clear that 869 ponies are nothing to be afraid of when exiting a corner. With Ferrari's test drivers behind the wheel, the Speciale is 2 seconds quicker than the 296 around its home track. L-World, the Speciale reveals its softer side. Strapped into the carbon fiber cocoon, you appreciate the 290 SIXS view forward. Things that went unnoticed on the track suddenly appear, such as the retuned sound symposer blasting the engine note into the cockpit. The standard magnetorheological dampers ride so nicely that you'd never guess this 296 sits 0.2 inch lower. Up in the hills, where frost heaves push up into the tarmac, the Speciale's bumpy road setting is pure bliss.